Have you ever needed to organize your physical space and felt stuck? You walked into a room and you just didn't know where to start. Today, I'm going to talk to you about what you need to do first. Hello, everybody. My name is Dana L'Oreal Morales, and I am the owner of the Happiness Bucket, where I educate you to organize your space, your life, your soul, and your business. Today, as promised, I'm going to talk to you about how to start organizing your physical space when you just don't know where to begin. So when starting any organizing project, you guys know that I am big on the 5 stages of organizing. And so the very first thing that you need to do is get your mindset right. You need to think about what it is that you are trying to do in the space that you're in. So if you walk into a space that has a lot of office supplies, my assumption just looking at that room will be that that room is supposed to be your office space. You need to determine if that is true or not. Is this really going to be your office space? Maybe you have 4 or 5 different types of things in this room. Are all of those things going to be done in this space, or should they go somewhere else in the home? What this will allow you to do is to segment what should and shouldn't be in the room. What you also want to do is figure out what the purpose is within the space. So you identified this office space, right? You said, this is going to be my office. But my next question for you is, what do you do in the office? Are you doing crafts? Are you just holding supplies? Is this going to hold your long-term paper storage? Is this going to be where you are primarily working and just working on a computer? There are several different ways and several different things that you can do in an office. So you need to kind of segment out. You figured out like the goal of the space. What is the overall overarching purpose of the space? But now you need to figure out the individual purposes. What is the all the different things that are going to happen in that room? And so what this is doing is allowing you to, again, figure out what needs to stay and what needs to go. So now that you have this guideline, you kind of know what your goal is for the room. The next thing that I want you to do is just start sorting. Just start sorting like with like. I know you hear this a lot on organizing videos, but they don't, what I find is that there's no explanation of why you're why are you doing this? Why are you putting things like with like? Well, the reason why you're doing it is for, number one, for you to see how many items you have. So if you really just focus on, first of all, it focuses your attention. And second of all, it allows you to see how much you actually have. So if your goal is just to sort like with like, you're not really focused on the overwhelm of the room. So it really helps you divide your time and make it useful. So if you're saying, I'm just going to grab all the pens together and put them together. I'm going to grab all the paper and just stick them in a pile. I'm going to get all the electronics and move them over here. I'm going to grab all the trash and put them in a trash bag. What you are doing is you are making kind of not decisions, but you're allowing yourself to get a focus for the room, and you're not trying to see everything at the same time, but just trying to get like things together. Once you do that, you will be able to see the amount that you have, and it makes it a lot easier to determine what you should and shouldn't declutter. So if you are just focused on your desk, for example, and you're pulling all the pens together, when you look on your desk, you may have 5 pens, and by themselves, that doesn't seem like a lot. But if you then go around your entire space and just gather all the pens in that one room, you may have an entire jar full of pens or a complete box full of pens, and you've realized, I don't need this many pens. This is too much, right? So then your decluttering mind is a little different. You realize that, oh, I need to let go of some of this. Is way too much. So having it all together at the same time helps you determine what should and shouldn't be decluttered. So that's going to help you get started, and hopefully this makes a lot of sense for you and you can begin that journey. One final tip that I want to give you is that I would recommend that you use containers or boxes that can help you start the process, but then not just have it in chaos. So my tool of choice, as you guys know, is using paper boxes because they have lids and they are all the same size. So I typically will line up paper boxes so that I can, or containers, any type of container, and so that way I can say this box is for all the paper, and I can just start putting all the paper in that box, or a basket, or jars using pins or paper clips, or envelopes. You can put all the envelopes together. This will help you pick it up and move it somewhere else if you need to declutter or go through it. It will help you easily transport that somewhere else so that you can be a little bit more relaxed while you're doing it. It can also allow you to pick it up and move it where it actually belongs if it doesn't belong in the room. So it just gives you a little bit more control over your piles and sets a boundary for them as well. So until the next video, I hope that you subscribe to this channel, and if you have questions, make sure that you are putting them down in the comments below so that hopefully I can respond to you, or I may end up doing another video in response. So until the next video, I want you to stay happy and stay organized. Bye.